Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, for that lovely introduction. Yes, I am from Mars, but I am not an alien. Dear friends and fellow Toastmasters and my lovely guest, very good evening. I hope I'm audible enough.
Do you want to turn on your camera?
No.
Okay,
Well,
no problem.
okay. So let me begin with my speech. Every great speech, every great article, every great intro, and every great essay needs a good writing. Today, I would like to share with you some tips on how to write effectively. Well, before that, please allow me to share my screen with you. Moment, please. All right, here we go. Although it looks tough, writing is a beautiful thing because it helps you communicate your feeling better with the reader, or it helps you put your idea across with other people effectively. Like any other object that has an anatomy, a perfect essay also has one. So let's dissect it one by one. You know, as every great feast is dull without starters, likewise, every great essay is bland without ideas and theses. Now, as we know, all great things starts with an idea. So always get creative while thinking an idea for your topic. Now, once you have your idea in place, it's time for thesis. Now, thesis is the result or the idea you want to put across your reader. It is nothing but the statement which tells the reader the point of your essay. Once you have your theses and ideas in place, now it's time for some main course. And as a delicious main course would always be incomplete without carbs, protein, and sauce, similarly, any essay is incomplete without introduction, body, and conclusion. Let's look into what goes into perfect introduction. I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King Jr. Well, that's called a grabber in an introduction. It instantly grabs the attention of a reader or audience. Now, grabber can be either a joke, anecdote, quote, or a statement of a curiosity or merely a question. So feel free to choose your own grabber. And once you have your grabber ready, now it's time for some background statement. Well, this can be achieved by just paraphrasing the idea you have picked up in the starter, which gives you the background statement. And after that, it's time to include your thesis. Well, the thesis defines the essay and lets your reader know where you're leading them. Like, for example, my thesis is to teach you all how to write effectively. So remember, grabber plus thesis makes an introduction. After the intro, next comes the body. The topic you have chosen must now be explained, described, or argued. And as a general rule of thumb, have at least one main idea and 2 or 3 ideas to support the main idea. Now, there's no hard and fast rule to include just one main idea. You can add more than one main ideas, but always have at least 2 or 3 supporting ideas. Now that you have your introduction and body in place, time to write some conclusion. Typically, it would start with a strong statement. A statement which says, for example, this is an effective way of writing, as compared to this may be an effective way of writing. So no if, no maybes. Always have a definite statement. And once you have a strong statement, Now it's time for you to summarize your main points, points which you had included in your main body. And once you have that in place, it's time for you to reinforce your thesis and let your readers know what you have spoken about. And now you might be thinking it's the end. But now if I ask you how you would write an effective essay, you'd say starter plus main course. But no, as every great feast is incomplete or it doesn't end without a dessert, the same way, no excellent writing ends without a deft touch of your creativity and a good use of connectors. As a necessary cue, you can remember the word fanboy, which is nothing but for and not but or yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it doesn't have to be just an essay. The next time you're drafting a report for your boss or writing a thesis for the project that you're working on, or the piece of article that you're writing for your blog, with these few simple structure in mind, you can write anything interesting. Remember, learning to write is toughest, but if you do, then it is the best thing. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.